So, welcome to the PLS podcast, Mental Health Edition, where we discuss about psychology, society, and learning to raise your awareness. I'm your host, Rifa Aulia, and today we are going to explore the fascinating world of mental health. And of course, I'm not alone here. Today we are accompanied by some special guests who are experts on the topic of mental health. I welcome Dr. Siti Salwa Nurazizah as a psychologist and also Ms. Wanda Nuraida as an activist in the field of mental health. Welcome. Thank you for coming here today. Okay, so could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Alright, hello everyone, I am Siti Nurazizah and I am a psychologist and I have my client with a problem who deal with kind of stress and depression or anxiety. But also I am now quite active in spreading of the awareness mental health.
Oh wow, okay, so nice to meet you, Dr. Siti Salwa Nurazizah. Oh my gosh, that's quite a long name, not gonna lie. I'm sorry, what should I call you?
Actually, anything as you wish, but nowadays people call me Sita.
Sisa, okay, Dr. Sisa, it's quite a unique name. Alright, isn't it? I've seen your video.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, how about this lady over here? You may also introduce yourself and what you do probably.
Alright, thank you for inviting me, Rifa.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Wanda Nuraida. I'm activist and I'm a founder of Mind Balance, and I'm doing this for about 3 years after I managed to find myself and I have come out of the struggle that I have experienced.
Oh, so okay, Wanda already mentioned that she has personal experience in about mental health, which I'm sure it's going to be pretty interesting to listen to. Okay, so 2023 has been a challenging year for many people's mental health, and due to various kinds of factors that affect people to increase their stress, depression, and loneliness. And WHO said that more than 1 billion people all around the world are suffering from mental health disorders. And many people, especially young people, have been talking about it on the internet. So I think the topic of mental health is not really unfamiliar to most of us. But what does it really mean to have poor mental health? What are the symptoms or the signs?
Alright, before I answer that, we have to highlight that mental health is include our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. So if we have something wrong with it, it means that we have poor mental health. And we can see the symptom or the sign. The simple way are like feeling sad or anxious or hopeless for a long time, or maybe you experience the changes in appetite or sleep or memories.
Okay, so is it as simple as when you are experiencing something bad? Let's say that your phone was broken or your wallet was stolen, and then you start to feel sad and angry. Does it count as having poor mental health?
No, obviously no. We cannot name directly as poor mental health because I mean like everyone experience it as a normal life,
Yeah.
so it's out of our control. So it's just as normal.
Yeah, I agree with Dr. It's not as simple as that. And some situations like trauma, social isolation, poverty, bullying, and a poor family environment are the environmental factors that have increased the risk of mental health.
Oh, okay, I see. So it's not as simple as that, right? It's far more than that. Okay, so now, Wanda, you mentioned that you have experienced mental health problems before. Do you mind sharing it with us, and give us some explanation about how you overcome such challenges?
Of course, I had the problems because I think a lot of people out there they might have the same condition as me. So I was born into a family that, shall we say, always demand me to be perfect. And when I was puberty, I was often more overthinking, and because Yeah. And when I was an adult, and I tried to cure myself and go to psychiatrist and therapist, and I was diagnosed with this depressive disorder. And my psychiatrist said it was a chemical imbalance in my brain. So it led me to less sleep and poor eating and poor healthy physical health.
And chemical imbalance happen when either too much of little of the neurotransmitter which carries a message signal. So in Wanda's case, it means it is too little serotonin which creating happy hormone.
That was interesting. In other words, the chemical imbalance in my brain is because I under pressure because I was
Right.
And then fortunately I tried to care myself and start caring with my mental health, and I hope people out there start caring their mental health and see if someone needs help. And yeah, I hope other people start caring their myself.
Yeah, I think it's really important, right? Okay, so in that case, I'd like to know some self-care strategies that we can implement to avoid or probably to get our mental or mind in a better state. What should we do in our daily life?
Exactly, there are many strategies that we can do, but the most important thing is doing journal. And like if we write down our thoughts, it will help ourselves to gain control of our emotion, and it can provide opportunity to control this negative self, negative thought or negative thinking that we can do. And the second one is gratitude. Give gratitude and love, the fullness of life, and it turns what we have into enough or more.
Okay, so that's what she said, guys. Don't forget to implement the strategies, okay? And once again, thank you so much for coming here today and sharing your personal experience and also giving us some explanation. And thank you guys for listening to our PLS podcast today. We have talked about how important it is to keep our mind in a good condition. We've listened to some personal experiences and also some self-care strategies that we can implement. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and you learned something new about mental health. So if you did, please subscribe, like, and comment on our podcast. And I'm Rifa Aulia, and this is PLS Podcast, where we explore the fascinating world of mental health. Until next time, take care of yourself and others. Bye!